right, so we'll wait. All right, good afternoon to you all. My name is Seth Hyde, live from the Paradise Double Ice Complex, and I'm joined by the great Andrew Kavanagh. He is a assistant coach of the AAA Hitmen who are participating in this tournament, and he is joining me in the broadcast booth this afternoon. Andrew, pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you. I love to be here. Thank you.
So what's your favorite thing about coaching these kids?
It's just teaching the kids, and then they do what they're taught, right? They do exactly what they're taught, which is perfect, right? They just do what they're supposed to do, and that's the best.
And it must be pretty cool to be a coach with a former Newfoundland Growler, Marcus Power. That must be a pretty cool experience for you.
Oh, he's the best coach that I've had in a while. I've been around a lot, and he's one of the better ones, for sure.
All right, we are underway. It's Crushers versus Matrix. Matrix representing PEI, the Pictou County Crushers representing Nova Scotia. These two teams are the only returning teams from last year's Under-13 AAA tournament in New Brunswick. So it's a rematch of last year's Atlantics.
Funny enough, the only Newfoundland team that isn't here won it last year, so that's pretty funny, actually.
Yeah, the Tricom Thunder just barely missed out. They finished third place, but they're looking to make it up by winning the Don Johnson Hockey League playoffs against the host of this tournament, the Eastern Knights.
Yeah, this is going to be a good game for Sora. I'm excited for it.
The Crushers are still undefeated this season after beating the Knights last night 7-4 in the opening game, if you will, of the tournament. They had the opening ceremony, and it was quite a boisterous atmosphere. All five of the teams were in attendance for that game. Tricom Thunder was here. Lots of association teams here in Newfoundland came out to watch the game, so it must have been pretty cool for the Crushers to have so many people, especially away from home, come watch the game. That one ripped on that, and another save by the great Peyton Crozier. She had an incredible game yesterday.
Yeah, she did.
She's quite the netminder, that's for sure. One of the best you've ever seen, Andrew?
She's definitely up there for goalies, and I've seen a lot of goalies throughout the years, but she's definitely one that's been noticeable for me this entire tournament.
Yeah, she made, I believe it was like 35 saves yesterday, no exaggeration. I mean, she played an unbelievable game, and she's looking to carry that over and maybe crush the Crushers' hearts.
Yeah, that'll be interesting for sure.
In walks the captain, the man with 2 goals yesterday. Ewan Sim won player of the game for the Crushers. He had an incredible game against the Knights. Scored 2 beautiful goals, had a beauty assist. Just couldn't get the hat trick, but he's looking to make up for that here in this afternoon's game as he gives it out to the blue line to Williams. Lots of great Williams defenders in this tournament. Sam Williams on the hitman, and it's Ewan Sim, his third goal of the tournament. All three coming in the first period, and it's 1-0 early for the Crushers.
150 in, and they get that quick of a goal. That's pretty nice, and it was a nice goal too, I thought. Crushers are looking scary in this tournament for sure. They're the favorites.
And how do you find when you're coaching a goal this early boosts some morale on the bench?
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. A goal this early, it absolutely boosts your momentum through the roof, which can be good or a bad thing at times.
And I know you hang out with the forwards. What would you say to the forwards after getting a goal this early?
Nice goal, but we got to stay calm. We got to make sure that we play the entire game, not 2 minutes.
Right, lots of hockey left.
Yes.
Yeah, the Crushers started early yesterday. They went up 3-0 just 7 minutes into the game, and now they got an early jump in this one. So they're a team that comes ready to play all the time, and that's, I'd say, a big factor in why they've been undefeated this season.
It's definitely a pretty big factor for sure. They always are ready to go no matter what.
Here's Cameron. He takes it in on net. Cameron cutting in and shooting. That one just goes off the target. And now here's Hunter Green getting that one down around the boards. Picked up by Maria McPherson. She tries to send that one up ice, but Green keeps it in. Eli Swain trying to help out, but it's McGilvery. He takes it up, blew a tire. Now the Crushers looking to counter here. We've seen some beautiful goals in this tournament. You've probably seen a between the legs goal by Jackson Frazier circulating on the internet from this tournament. That was a beauty. We should have top 10 goals of the Atlantics by the end of the tournament. That'd be a pretty cool YouTube video for sure, and it could help put these kids on the map for some scouts. There's lots of talent in this tournament, and Andrew, you've got to see every team in action now, haven't you? Because you've been helping out around the rink.
Yeah, every team looks pretty good. Every team has their strengths, every team has their weaknesses. So I think every team is really good in this tournament. They're here for a reason. So they're obviously good teams.
And any of the 5 teams could win this tournament. That's what's so exciting about it, is that every game could go either way. And it's almost like March Madness, but with way, way, way less teams and in hockey form. So this is going to be such an interesting tournament. And we only got 2 more days left of it, which is pretty sad, but
yeah,
we'll soak it all in while we can.
It's been a good start, but hopefully it keeps going.
Got an icing call there against the Matrix. They were peppered with shots yesterday. The shots are 6-1 in favor of the Crushers right now, as the Matrix looking to get their offense going. Once they get into their zone, they're the kind of annoying team that every time they get in there, they either have a shot on net or they score a goal. And I know that's pretty annoying for the defensive team, but that's great for the Matrix. And now here they come again. Ripped on net. That one is covered up by Aylward. His second stop of the game with 11:07 remaining. 1-0 for the Crushers off an early goal from Ewan Sim. So you guys are in action later tonight, the all-Newfoundland battle, Knights versus Hitmen. How are you guys going into that game? What's your motivation?
Well, we want to prove to them that the last 2 games have been...
And Sim's got another. I don't mean to interrupt you, Andrew.
Oh, that's no big deal.
But Ewan Sim with his second goal of the game. Another one in the first period. And just 5 minutes in, well, 4 minutes in, it's 2-0 for the Crushers, and it's a repeat of last night. Anyway, Andrew, how are you looking to this all-Newfoundland battle later tonight?
Well, hopefully there's a lot of fans here. I'm hoping that a lot of people come out and support the Hitmen. There's lots of people who are going to support the Knights. Hopefully lots of Hitmen fans come out as well. It's going to be a good battle. 2 even teams, in my opinion. Like, it's going to be a wicked game. It's going to be a bloodbath out there.
He's got a hat trick. He has a hat full. It's Ewan Sim. 5 minutes it took him to get a hat trick. That's got to be some sort of record. This kid is absolutely unbelievable.
I'd suggest Bree to get his autograph now because I bet he's going to be in the NHL someday the way he's playing right now. He's amazing.
That is 100% a record. A hat trick in under 5 minutes in the first period, and it's 3-0 for the Crushers, and this kid is McDavid, Crosby, and Gretzky all in one.
Definitely.
Played back in. It's the Matrix trying to make something happen here. A rough start to the game, but we saw yesterday, even if you're down 3-0, you're never out of it. The Knights almost came back against the Crushers yesterday, but every time they'd score, the Crushers, it'd keep piling goals on. The Crushers aren't a team that gets down too early, that's for sure.
No, and their defense is really good as well. They don't really allow a lot of shots. Like yesterday, there was only like 26 shots on net, I think, for the Hitman versus Crushers game. So it's pretty, they don't allow a lot of shots, but there's another goal.
And there's another one. It is Jackson McDonald. It looked like it hit Delaney on the mask, and it went right on McDonald's stick, and he just backhanded it up into the top corner. It's 4-0 for the Crushers, 5 minutes in, and their offense is really going hard here. So, Matrix calling the timeout. What would you tell those kids on the bench, Andrew, if you were over there?
Hey, you're 5 minutes in here. Let's calm down. Let's make sure we stay calm. Let's show them what we actually got. Let's go out there. Let's not get embarrassed today. Let's go out there and prove to them that we aren't just a team that gets dominated. That's mostly what I'd be saying if I was the coach over there.
I think that's great advice for that team. They just need to settle it down, and that's what happened with the Knights last night. Nerves got to them. They managed to get it within one, but the Crushers never let that get in their head, and they managed to keep piling on the goals. But we saw the Matrix almost mount to a comeback against the Bulls, down 3-0, came back to make it 3-2, and then ended up losing 4-2. So the Matrix aren't a stranger of trying to pull a game around. So let's see if they can do it again here. We just had a net-minding change. Peyton Crozier, I wouldn't get too down on yourself. Incredible netminder, just a tough start to this game. We all have bad days. She still played exceptional. She was always making the first stop on those shots. It was the rebounds that kept getting in the net. So
this goalie is a stronger goalie as well. We saw her this morning. She only allowed like 5 goals on some like 30 shots. There's another goal though. I don't know what's going to happen here.
John McEachran with number 5 for the Crushers. And they are really running wild here in this first period. But remember, still plenty of hockey left. We could see one of the best comebacks in Atlantic's history. Another beauty passing play by the Crushers to get that into the back of the net.
Oh, yeah. One of the top teams in this tournament, showing what they can do, right? This is always going to happen. Sometimes you just face tough teams, and that just happens.
And actually, Andrew, you guys played against both of these teams, the Matrix and the Crushers, in your first 2 games of the tournament. I mean, what's their style of play like?
The Crushers, they got a lot of defensive people who, like, they play really good offensively. Like, we were lucky enough to have a goalie yesterday, Regan Nash. Shout out to you, buddy. We had a goalie yesterday in Regan Nash that kept us in the game all game long. 2-1 going into the third. Few fluky goals in the third. That happens, right? And it's hockey.
And what about the Matrix? How did they play this morning?
They're a pretty solid hockey team, honestly. I wouldn't let the score show how they play. Like, they're actually a really good team with good goaltending, even though you give up a bunch of goals. That's not always the goalie's fault, right?
And there's another one. It's Anna MacArthur with the tip in front of the net, and it's 6-0 for the Crushers. 7 minutes into the game, they have 9 first-period goals in 3 games. Actually, that'd be 10. I keep forgetting about the Hitman game. That'd be 10 first-period goals in 3 games. They show up as soon as that puck drops.
I was listening. I was just near the room during their pregame speech. They're pretty loud in there. They're swearing a bit, but that's going to happen, right? And they're great.
Yeah, sometimes that'll get you really pumped up for a game, that's for sure.
Yes, I've seen that many times.
I want to know what the coach is telling him in the dressing room, because whatever he's doing, he's doing it right. But again, Matrix, still plenty of time left for them. If not a comeback, come off the ice dripping a sweat, and we'll know you played your heart out. And that's exactly what they did against the Bulls yesterday. Even though they lost 4-2, they still came off the ice by pouring everything out there. They left their souls out there. And, I mean, even if they just do that here this afternoon, I consider that a win in my book.
Yeah, I would too. Even if you don't win a game in this tournament, the main thing in hockey is having fun and working your butt off and making sure you're always ready to go, right? And that's one of the things that they always do.
Here's McDonald trying to chase it down, gloved up by Williams. Given back out there to Tyson Hines. He has it down behind the net, scoping out what he can do. Giving it over to McEachran. 1 goal for the Crushers in this game. McEachran trying to drive it to the net, take it down. Still trying to shovel it through. It goes to Eli Swain, trying to get it out in front of the net, out to the blue line. In walks Grace. Oh, beauty pass to Cameron. He walks in, and that one just goes wide. Delaney back out on the ice after he took the puck right to the face, but luckily he is okay. He scored a goal against the Bulls yesterday, and that was a beautiful goal from the blue line.
Yeah, both of these, the Bulls are a really solid team as well. Even though they're not playing this game, they always compete and they're always doing everything. And that's what you need to do as a hockey team, right? Offside there.
Peters just called for offsides. I actually love the Matrix warm-up. I was watching them before the game, and they got quite the interesting warm-up. Everybody on the team takes a shot from inside the slot, and then if you miss the net or have it saved, you got to do lines on the blue line. So you skate out to the blue line, go back, skate out to the blue line again, and go back, and then just practice your stick handling. I really like that, actually. That's a great warm-up.
Yeah, it works. Well, you got to do what works for yourself, right? And that's the main thing in hockey is not everything's going to work for every team. You got to do your own thing sometimes too, right?
Down around the boards, it's picked up by MacGyver. MacGyver out to Little. MacGyver's going to get it back once again. He has a look. Sending that one out there to McEachran. McEachran slowly creeps in on the net. Sent out to the blue line to Williams. He gives it in to McEachran. McEachran has a look in front of the net. That one turned over. Now here they go. The Matrix. Even though they're down by 6, they're never going to give up. Surratt trying to take it to the net here. Gets that one stripped away from him by Williams. Little sending that one out in front of the net. Oh, lovely pass. And now away they go. Once again, it's McCallum. McCallum drives to the net. Shot just wide. Delaney gets it on the boards. Now here's Ewan Sim. Sim out in front. Oh, lovely stop.
What a save.
And now rebound, and it's, who scored that one?
I have no idea. We're going to have to wait till they go to the bench.
It's Ewan Sim. Everybody seemed to tap Ewan Sim's shin pads. That's number 4 of the game for him. He must be sick of scoring.
I'd say when you're scoring that much, your arms hurt when they're going up and down, right? Which is sometimes a good thing, sometimes not.
Does have to be very difficult for the Matrix. They're pretty strong and pretty resilient, and they never give up, and I wouldn't count them out just yet.
I wouldn't either. They're a great team. They're here for a reason, and I think if anyone's capable of coming back, it's them.
Sim waiting for it out at the blue line. Cameron cuts it out in front. Low shot on net, and the rebound's freed, and they got another one. It is another one of their stars. It's Jack Cameron. That's his 4th goal of the tournament, and it is 8-0 in the first period for the Crushers.
This is definitely going to be a difficult game for the Matrix, but you know what? Sometimes you need to have memory like a goldfish and just forget about stuff right after it happens, which is one of the most important things. Games happen like this. If I was a coach, I'd tell them, hey, let's forget about that game. It's okay. We're good.
The past is in the past.
Yeah, exactly. You can't remember what happened in the past. You just got to change what happens in the future.
Sent out to the blue line. Very wise words by Andrew Kavanagh. We did get your own quote book after this performance here. Color commentary, it's tipped in front, and they got number 9. That goal is going to be Hunter Green, and it is 9-0 here in the first period of play. Another tough tip for the netminder. Tip's got to be hard for those netminders. I mean, you're already down, and then the puck goes another direction. I mean, it's just must be so annoying for them.
Oh, I bet it is. I play goalie in Beer Pro, funny enough, and I'm used to that.
Love that, and netminding in NHL 23 is pretty hard too. I've tried it a few times and gave up after a few tries. Here goes Surratt coming in on the net, looking to get the Matrix a goal here. Cameron takes him down. Surratt takes a hard fall into the boards. Hopefully he will be okay.
He's still down. He looks like he's pretty hurt out there. Hopefully coaching staff can get out there with him and see what's up, and hopefully he can get up eventually, right? That's the main thing. Get up. Try your best. He's up.
Good for him. What a tough kid, going at this speed and slamming into the boards that fast. Gotta hurt, but luckily he is okay, and hopefully we'll see him back out there very soon.
Oh, yeah. Tough break there, right? That's going to happen. It's hockey. It's a hockey play. There wasn't a push or anything, just lost an edge and falls into the boards where the one spot where you don't want to fall into him. What's up?
Sorry about that, folks. MacArthur walked in and was called for offsides.
Can you see how many people are watching?
So apparently we're having a bit of stream troubles. We're trying to get that figured out here. One of the fans came up and told us. A huge thank you to him for letting us know, and we'll just try to get that resolved here. Sim takes a shot, and he's got 5. A full handful for him in this game in the first period, and it's 10-0. So Andrew, again, you're on the Matrix bench. One of your players just got injured. What are you telling your team?
You know what? Sometimes you just need to forget about this game. Try your best. Have fun. Don't worry about that scoreboard. That scoreboard means nothing to us right now. Just have fun.
And now they're going to have a power play coming up here as
this could be on the up and up.
Intercepts, and the Matrix have a chance now to at least get a goal here before the period is over.
Yeah, that would be nice to see a quick goal by the Matrix. Get set up quick. Try to just get it working right.
Out to the blue line. Callum's going to take a shot. That one goes wide of the net. Now Toombs down low to Peters. Peters, one of the hardest working men in this tournament, as he pins it up against the boards. McNeil trying to free it. He got it intercepted, and now the chase is on. It's a foot race down the other way. McDonald getting it on the boards, trying to slip it out in front of the net. He twists away. Lost to Ty McNeil. McNeil. Great look, but Cameron gets in the way. Cameron bringing it into the net, and the Matrix are going to get a penalty coming up here.
4-on-4 hockey coming up. A little bit more ice, which is definitely a benefit for both teams.
And what's a strategy you would use when you're down by 10, just trying to get a goal, and you're 4-on-4 here?
Just try your best. Throw bodies in front of that goalie. Get a greasy one if you have to. Just get one by the end of the game is your main goal, right? Just get one.
No such thing as a bad goal, that's for sure. They take anything at the moment.
Definitely.
That one chipped off the boards. It's Bryson Hughes trying to free it. McDonald stepping in to help. Now finds its way to McEwen. McEwen taking it up by Surratt. Waiting for it at the corner. McNeil coming in. He's quite the player on the matrix as well. But that one turned over to the leading point scorer, actually Jack Cameron. Over to MacGyver. Beautiful toe drag move from him. And now it goes to Grace.
Skates in. Tries to do a move, but can't get by the defender. Defender makes a nice play. Makes him go wide where he doesn't want to go, and he turns over the puck.
And now McEwen is taking it back up the other way, trying to see what happens here. Great defensive play, as you mentioned, and now he's going on the counterattack. Gets it to the blue line. Jonah McDonald. Back to McEwen on the boards. Find his way to McPherson. Lots of mix out there on the ice, not making our job easy.
I know. You need to figure out who's who, and at times that's difficult.
It's quite the tongue twister, that's for sure. We got Crusher's power play now, just avoiding too many men there.
Oh, that would have been a bad bounce there for sure. If that hit a skate blade or anything, that would have been questionable call, but I would have made it.
Here's Williams bringing it in on the net, and now here's Sim. Sim looking for that double hat trick. Sim taking it out in front, out to the blue line to Hines. Shot, that one goes over the net. 35 seconds remain in the first period. Sim, oh, lovely play from him down on the ice. Managing to get it to MacArthur. MacArthur in, Williams shoots, rebound in front. That one goes wide of the cage. Here's Sim with it. Sim, lovely pass down low. MacArthur slips it to Williams. Williams off the crossbar. What a shot from him. Almost managed to get it in the back of the net. Now it goes to Williams again, and that one poked away, and the Matrix showing signs of life here just as the first period ends. My name is Seth Hyde alongside Andrew Kavanagh, and that is our very high-scoring first period.
I think that might have been the most goals in a period by one team in AAA history. Don't quote me on that, but it could definitely be.
And most goals by a player in the smallest amount of time. You and Sim, 5 goals in 9 minutes. Unbelievable. Robert Lewandowski, soccer player in the Bundesliga, now in La Liga, did that. 5 goals in 9 minutes. So he's on par with the soccer player, folks. And I mean, that says something. Not on par with anybody in hockey. I don't think anybody in hockey's ever done that, not in the NHL. So we got to compare them to soccer players now.
Yeah, I know. Like, that's the weirdest thing, having to compare them to soccer players. And that's probably the closest thing it's going to be to, because soccer and hockey are like, they're probably the 2 closest games.
And soccer's a big warm-up with hockey teams as well, as you see in the NHL, that soccer keep-up game, which actually would be really cool to have in the NHL All-Star game.
Yeah, that would be interesting for sure. I bet you would have liked seeing that back in Florida when you were there at the All-Star game.
Yeah, that was quite the experience for sure.
Yeah.
And hopefully I'll be able to do it again next year in Toronto, where my favorite team, the Toronto Maple Leafs, play. That'd be a pretty cool experience.
I'd say that would be a really cool experience.
Goodwin almost got that one to the net. He went for a wraparound play there. McDonald sends it to Goodwin. It goes to Hughes. Goodwin trying to get it back. Lost that one to Williams, and now the Crushers reset. I mean, the Crushers passing is stuff you see in the NHL, like the reset and everything. I mean, that stuff is so advanced. It's unbelievable.
Kudos to their coaches, man. Their coaches have taught them this since they're young. And they've stuck with it for a while, I guess. Like, they've been the same team for ages.
And we got a delayed penalty coming up here.
It's a trip.
That's the most annoying penalty to take in hockey. You're just trying to fish out the puck, and then next thing you know, you're going to the penalty box. It is Lawrence Williams, assistant captain, and the Matrix are back on the power play.
Yeah, sometimes that's going to happen, right? Player might dive a bit. I've heard a lot of players that might dive to get the penalty call, but then you got the risk of embellishment, which isn't worth it, right?
I've actually never seen an embellishment call yet in minor hockey, but maybe that'll be something we take off the bucket list very soon here, the broadcasting list.
Yeah, it'd be funny to see it, Lee. I'd like to see it. I'd like to see their coach trying to argue. I'd like to see that coach mic'd up, hearing the argument for if that should have been embellishment or not, right?
We should put an earpiece in some of the coaches' ears and stuff, and we'll have a conversation with both of them from up in the booth like they do in the All-Star game at the Winter Classic and stuff in the NHL. That'd be something pretty cool that maybe we could invest in for next year.
Yeah, that would be definitely a pretty cool thing. All it takes is the Bluetooth mic. Bring it down, and that's definitely possible.
And actually, this is an interactive game, so if you have any questions for myself or Andrew Kavanagh, you can find me at SHide Sportside on Twitter. You can see the Twitter handle in the bottom left corner as we go on to 4-on-4 hockey. Any questions about the game, let us know where you're watching from. Just let me know on Twitter. Tag me in a Twitter post, or you can even DM me. And me and Andrew will talk about it. And we can even be some of your advisors for if you're coming to Newfoundland, your travel agents, if you're coming to Newfoundland during the summer.
Yeah, I'd only come during the summer, though. It's pretty cold here in the winter, so it's pretty bad in the winter, but in the summer it's a beautiful place.
We were just talking about this yesterday, actually. The Matrix, huge adjustment coming from the sandy beaches of PEI to the snowbanks of Newfoundland in mid-March, so must be pretty different for them coming down here, but hopefully both teams are enjoying their stay, the 3 teams from away, and hopefully they're getting the proper Newfoundland and Labrador treatment.
I know tomorrow night the people that are coming in for the parents that are going to the banquet are actually getting fish and chips.
Oh,
so
nice. I like it.
That's going to be definitely a nice thing to have for the parents. They'll be happy to have that. Proper Newfoundland fashion, right?
A nice Newfoundland touch for sure.
Not caught right out of the water yet, though, because the water's freezing.
Yeah, there you go. Still from the summer, folks, but hopefully it'll be as fresh as can be. We know Chess's Fish and Chips got some pretty fresh fish.
Yes, that's one of the good places to go for fish and chips, definitely. They might be cooking it, I don't know, but it doesn't matter as long as it tastes good, right?
Here's Cameron trying to take it up. Ewan Sim going down the wing here. Gives it to MacArthur. She puts that one down around the boards, and looks like Peyton Crozier's back in the net, folks. Peyton Crozier making her long-awaited return in between the pipes. She had a rough start, but that happens to the best of us, right?
Yeah. I never even realized she was back in there until you just noticed that. Good heads up.
So we got another penalty against the Matrix. It is Toby McEwen going to the penalty box for 4 minutes.
I guess it was a hit to the head or something. That happens, right? Sometimes you get frustrated, but if you hit him in the head, no matter your explanation, you're going to get the 4 minutes.
What's the most annoying penalty your players take? Like, what's one you see the ref's arm shoot up and you're like, oh my goodness, not this one again?
Too many men. That's one
That's always one that's disputed, yeah.
I've had it a few times myself this year, sadly, but like you're like, come on now, give us an extra second or two, will ya?
Yeah, in my minor hockey days, a lot of people used to get called for too many men on the ice, and the other coaches would flip out. It's got to be frustrating, though. You're just trying to make a line change, and the puck comes and hits one of your players. Here's Hines. Has a look as he takes it to the net. Tried to slip it out in front. 10:40 remaining. This is the longest the Crushers have gone since they played the Hitmen without scoring. Sent over to Hines. So the Matrix are actually doing a great job of playing defense here. They've had a rough last few minutes. They've been in the box since the start of the second period.
Nice save there by Peyton Crozier. Nice save, good goalie. Rough start, but you know what? She's back in it. She got her head cleared. She's ready to go now.
And actually, I think that shows how much heart she has to come back into a game is is unbelievable, and I'd give strong kudos to her, and also pretty brave from Erie Danny Duguay, which one of the coolest names I've ever heard, coming in without being warmed up and stuff too. That's pretty courageous, especially in Atlantics.
Atlantics, like if I'm sitting on the bench, I'm like eating drink fries or something before the game, because you're thinking, what's the chances that you're going in here? And all of a sudden you're called in and you're like, oh crap, I got to go in this game, get my head into it, right? Hopefully the coach gave her a warning, but that doesn't happen all the time.
Here's Williams. He brings it back around. Once again, glad to have you guys joining us on the stream here this afternoon. My name is Seth Hyde alongside Andrew Kavanagh. And we're so happy to have you with us from wherever you are. Williams taking a shot on net. That one saved by Crozier. Shots on goal are 24 for the Crushers and 2 for the Matrix, with 2:07 remaining on the power play for the Pictou County Crushers.
If I was a team that had a girl, if I was like had a girls NCAA team, I'd definitely keep my eyes out for in a few years for Peyton Crozier and Iridini Doe, however you say her last name. I'm not that good with last names sometimes.
Hey, listen, you came on here last minute, which was very brave of you, and we're happy to have you with us. We kind of nabbed you. You said you didn't have anything on the go this game. We said, all right, come on the stream with us. So we gave you pretty short notice, and we're happy you came prepared.
Yeah.
And you were game to do it. Here's Cameron stepping in from the blue line. He takes a shot. That one goes wide of the net. It's Grace with it. Grace trying to get it. He lost that one, and it finds its way all the way down the ice.
I gotta say, even though there's been lots of goals this weekend, I've been seeing a lot of good goaltending all weekend long. No matter what team it is, there's always a good goalie in the net.
And to kind of add what you said about the two female netminders on the Matrix, maybe they could even play an NHL exhibition game like Men and Rayomi. Still don't know how to say her name. Hopefully that's right, but maybe they'll be the second and third people to do that, and that'd be fantastic. And we could say, hey, we called under 13 AAA game for them before.
Or maybe it's like getting drafted to the Q, which is definitely possible, because up there you're being noticed. Whenever you play, you're always being noticed. If you're a girl, just keep playing with the boys for as long as you can, because you'll regret it when you get older.
Here's Sim trying to get it to the net. 5 goals in this game. Can you believe that, Andrew? Unbelievable performance from him. Williams taking a shot. That one goes wide. Hines going to take it back. He steps in. Hines has a look, and we got an interference penalty coming up here. We saw a little shove it in front of the net against McCallum.
I'll tell you this much. If I could nab that kid right after this game and say, hey, come put on a Hitman sweater, I'd put on any jersey on him. I don't care who it is, I put a jersey on him.
Yeah, just trying to clear the house in front of the net. He's going to get 4 minutes for that. So let's see what the Matrix can make happen here. That's back-to-back 4-minute penalties.
You can let your frustration out somehow, but a punch to the head isn't a good way to do it. If you need to, go to the bench, take some deep breaths. Don't be punching people to the head. Not worth it for your team. Your team got to kill a hard penalty now.
And actually, we got a tweet from Pam McGilvery. She is watching from Cape Breton, and she is cheering for the Matrix. So we're very happy to have you with us.
Yes, welcome to the game. Happy to have you. Thank you for coming and taking time out of your day to come watch this broadcast. We're honored to do it here.
And we're so happy to have you with us, Andrew, once again from such short notice. Nabbed him right off the concourse, said, all right, man, you're coming with us.
Yeah,
you're on the stream.
Least I could do. Any way I can help out, I try to help out around the rink.
And actually later tonight for the illustrious All-Newfoundland Battle, the rematch of the Provincial Championship, I'm going to have another one of my former coaches, Dale Kearley, joining me for that game. And Andrew, you'll be on the bench, so maybe we can mic you up down there and we'll throw it down to you sometimes to get in-bench action from you. That'd be pretty cool.
That would be interesting, to say the least. I'd like to have him in-bench access if it was allowed. Don't know what Connor Donahue would think about that, though.
And Evan Sim has a double hat trick, everybody. Make sure you bring 2 hats next time the Crushers play, because Ewan Sim gets his 6th goal of the game. Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
I feel bad for the defender that's sick today over there. His jersey's over there, hang up. Kudos to you, kid. Throwing up all night last night. Hope you get better, kid.
Yeah, Brett Cormier, quite the player. Hopefully we'll see him back in action before the tournament is over. He had quite the game against the Knights yesterday. Again, didn't get to see him play against the Hitmen, but from what I saw, he's unbelievable. And now up ice come the Matrix, trying to make something happen, but Swain manages to keep it in. 2:35 remaining on the power play here for the Matrix. Up ice, they bring the puck. It's Surratt. He takes it in on net, cuts across. Surprise shot on net against Connor Aylward, but he was ready for it and made a great save.
The shots right now are 26-5 in favor of the Crushers. The Crushers are a solid team that's always shooting and shooting and shooting and going after those rebounds. They always find ways to find the back of the net.
Now Crushers trying to get it out of the zone. They do that successfully with 5:55 remaining here in the second period. Matrix looking to get it back in the Crusher zone. That one flipped up ice, but turned over to McEachran. McEachran playing it back in. McGilvery gonna pick it up on the boards. McGilvery sends it up ice. Cameron giving it across to Tyson Hines. He's gonna send that one all the way down the ice. Pass up, McEachran couldn't get there. Now it's Bryson Hughes.
Nice defensive play there.
Hughes trying to take it to the net. Cameron's going to intercept. Cameron, he'll fire that one down the ice, calm and collected. There's Peyton Crozier playing that one around the boards. Finds its way back to McDonald. He leaves it there for Maria McPherson. McPherson trying to get it up ice, back to McDonald. McDonald taking it ahead. Beautiful pass off the boards. Cameron ready and waiting. Cameron trying to get it up ice. That one finds its way back in to the Matrix offensive territory. Hines trying to get it. Hines, he begins to take that one up ice. Away he goes. Hines leaving it for Little. Hines gets it back and shovels it into the zone. MacGyver giving it out. Little moving in. Little dancing all the way in on the net. He cuts in and cuts back around, showing off his edge work. Finding its way out to Cameron. Cameron over to Hines. Hines trying to chip it free, and now it will go all the way down the ice. Will it get there? And icing just waved off as Cameron trying to take it up the other way, down around the boards. Hines looking to get it.
Definitely an interesting game here. I'd like to see the Matrix get a goal here just to get their bench warmed up a bit, right? Right now they're really quiet. I can see both teams are really quiet right now. Trying to get better, and you know what? Kudos to them to keep playing.
We haven't had a shot on net in a really long time. It just goes to show how defensive these two teams are playing, just trying not to let any more goals go in. In the Matrix case, they're still in the running for the championship game, and this would be huge for the Crushers. They could clinch a spot to the championship game with the win over the Matrix here this afternoon. That one just gets out of the zone. Cameron left to chase. We also haven't had a whistle in a long time. That could change here as McCallum takes it ahead. Ewan Sim out on the ice looking for his 7th goal of the game. Yes, that's right, 7th of the game as it goes around the boards to Cameron. Cameron trying to play it back in. It's like we talked about earlier, be a pro. It's like Ewan Sim is playing be a pro on rookie mode out there tonight.
I know, he's always doing the cross-crease stuff, right? Which is funny. Like, just trying to score as many goals as possible. Both teams are playing really well here. I like both teams. Both teams have been solid.
Well, I'm glad our voices are going to get a little break here.
Yes, that can't hurt.
And is this your broadcasting debut, Andrew? This your first time ever being on stream?
Yeah, this is my first time ever being up in the broadcast booth. Pretty happy to be with you up here. Easy enough, right?
And I know we did a little interview with you during the provincials. Did a great job with that. And ever since then, we wanted to get you up here to do a game with me. So we're happy to have you joining us once again. Here's Ewan Sim trying to power to the net. He's taken down, still trying to shovel it in front. Picked up by Anna MacArthur. She gets it to Grace. Out to the blue line to Cameron. He dumps that one back down around the boards. Here's MacArthur with it again with Grace out at the blue line. She plays it down to Sim. That went out in front and a beautiful stop by Peyton Crozier. Lots of fantastic female talent out here. We need to get more female scouts here in the building, scouting for NCAA teams, colleges, and there is
oh my God, another massive thing. Block shot there, nice block shot there. Helping out your goalie a bit. That's what you got to do every once in a while.
He'll definitely feel that one tomorrow.
I'd say he'll feel that one when he gets home tonight trying to go to bed. He'll realize what he did, and he'll regret it.
And if there's a swimming pool in the hotel the Matrix are staying at and all the boys are gone to the swimming pool, he'll be doing his backstroke and then, oh my goodness, my leg hurts.
Yeah, I know. That would not be surprised that if that leg hurts tonight.
Oh my
another
goodness,
goal.
What a goal by Jackson McDonald. He's obviously been practicing his shots in his driveway. That was a beautiful goal.
With that shot, I don't think his dad got very many holes in the garage door with that shot. Pretty good shot there. Every once in a while you whiff on it and it just goes the wrong way and the wind takes it, what everyone says, but sometimes it's nice to have dents in the garage as well. So you're a hockey house, right?
Yeah, there you go. It's always a symbol of hockey, that's for sure, having dents in your garage or broken window or something like that on your shed door.
Yeah.
Here's Swain giving it to Williams. Williams bringing it in and shooting. That one saved by Crozier. Here's Williams with it. 30 seconds remain in the second as the Matrix take it up ice. Looking for one more goal here before the intermission. Hughes taking it in, back to Swain. Now McDonald with it, something that must be pretty cool for the kids that are traveling from Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, and PEI, is that they got half a week this week, and then next week, is the start of Easter holidays. So they've got very minimal school, but I'm sure they're keeping up with their homework as they're in their hotel rooms. Well, that's all from us here for the first two periods. The final score after two is 12 for the Crushers and 0 for the Matrix. So we're going to go into an intermission, folks. Myself and Andrew Kavanaugh will be right back once the third period commences.
Yeah, we'll be back.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to the Paradise Double Ice Complex. Myself and Andrew Kavanagh are ready for this third period. The players are ready, the refs are ready, the fans are ready. Daryl on camera is ready. Everybody is ready here in the building. I got my fries into me. Andrew got his Gatorade into him, and we are ready to go for this third period.
Let's see what the Matrix are able to do this period. I bet they're able to do a lot.
Yeah, they seem to come out pretty confident. The fans are still in their corner, which is great to see. And we are underway live from the Paradise Double Ice Complex in Newfoundland and Labrador for the third and final period of Game 6, I think it is now, of this Atlantic tournament. My goodness, it's gone by some fast.
Halfway there, I think.
Yes, we are. We are halfway there. You're right. Here's Swain taking it to the net, getting it out to the blue line. And watch Williams. Oh, great pass in front. That one saved by Crozier, and the Crushers aren't giving up. They're still trying to find the back of the net. But
plus minus matters in this tournament, big time.
Absolutely, and a lot of people wonder, especially in the World Juniors, you see Canada a few years ago beat Germany 16-2. So many people wondered, why did they keep scoring goals? It's because the goal differential is the tiebreaker, so it matters so much. The Matrix looking to diminish the Crushers' hopes at a first seed a little bit here if they can pull a few back in this third period. They haven't given up, and that is so respectable as a fan, as a player, as a coach, and even as us commentators up here. Andrew.
Yeah, this team is like I think Austria from the World Juniors this year. It's where they play hard every single game. They thank everybody. They love their time here. They play their butts off. They're not, sometimes they might not be the most skilled team, but that doesn't matter. They play their butt off. They deserve to be here.
Goodness, we need to get you a TED Talk after that, Andrew. A lot of great advice. We can see why you're one of the coaches for the Hitmen this season. And now in come the Matrix looking to make something happen as Bryson Hughes trying to take it to the net. Toombs trying to swipe it away from MacGyver, but he manages to get it across.
Oh, gotta get skate stepping quick.
That's right, take it down to Sportscraft. Or Sports Check. A lot of sports stores here in the area. There's even a sports store,
Yeah, in the stadium.
There's a sports store in the stadium, so shouldn't be too hard for them to get that all fixed up. Dumped in around the boards. Goodwin going to chase it down. Actually, in the BMO place up in Halifax, Nova Scotia, where the Crushers play a few games, it's a quadruple ice complex, and there's a subway in that arena, so that's pretty cool for sure. There's a lot of cool hockey rinks you can find in Canada.
Yes, definitely a bunch of cool rinks in Canada. We don't have that many cool rinks in the main part of the city, sadly, but like when you start driving out, you can find a lot of good ones.
Especially that rink we've seen circulating on social media recently, the one up in Saskatchewan where they got to go down them stairs to get out on the ice. Have you seen that yet, Andrew?
Yes, I've seen that. I'd love to see that rink in person. I'd love to go down those stairs just to say I'm one of the people that went down those stairs.
Yeah, they actually did a news story about that rink on CBC if you want to go check that out after the game while you're waiting for the all-Newfoundland battle at 7:30 tonight.
I thought it was 7.
Is it 7?
I think so.
I got to do my homework, folks. Take it from the coach, Andrew Kavanagh. In walks Hines, taking a shot. That one saved the net. McCallum trying to drive it to the net. Oh, Sim gets it out in front.
Oh,
what a stop
what a save
by Peyton Crozier. Unbelievable save from her. And now it goes out to the blue line to Williams, who shoots. That one goes over the net. Back to Hines. Goodness, that Crozier stop was another beautiful one from her. She's had a lot of those this weekend.
They gotta have the cops on standby from now on for her when she's playing, because she's robbing everyone back and forth.
Another zinger, everybody, from Andrew Kavanagh. Here's Sim trying to get it into the zone. Lovely pass to McDonald. McDonald takes it in, shoots. That one goes wide. He had a beautiful goal earlier. Got it over Crozier. Couldn't get it past that time. And now up the ice come the Matrix. In comes McDonald. McDonald trying to get it to the net. 10:40 remains in the third period. It's 12-0 for the Crushers. Off the boards, and that one turned over. It's McEwen taking it up ice, looking to get one here for the Matrix as that one goes wide of the net. McMurr getting it on the boards. And now McEwen giving it down low to McPherson. Here's McEwen bringing it back in, out to the blue line. That shot hit a few bodies on its way to the net, and it just goes wide.
Well, the sad thing is one of the best players on the team here, Anna MacArthur, next year she got to go to female because they don't allow, Nova Scotia doesn't allow females to play in the male league, which just sucks. But
well, she's definitely made her history for sure with Pictou County, and we'll probably be seeing her someday playing for Team Canada at the Olympics alongside Mary Philippe Poulin if she's still playing. Not trying to make her sound old. If that video finds her someday, there's video of me saying she'll be playing with Mary Philippe Poulin if she's still playing. So nobody showed that to her. Nobody showed that to her. Yeah, there you go. Here's MacGyver giving it out in front. That one gets away from Little. MacGyver gets it back. He starts to cut it out to the blue line to Cameron. Cameron eyes it up and shoots. Crozier with a stop. Rebound, and Crozier gets across and makes another save. And now cutting back around is Hines. Going over in walks
another save.
MacGyver. Another great stop by Crozier. Crozier and Duguay have been pressured this whole game. They haven't had it easy this tournament so far. The Matrix defense hasn't had it easy, but they've done a great job at standing tall so far in this one. 8:40 remains. This has probably been the fastest period we've seen in this tournament. Cameron taking it to the net. Another save by Crozier.
Yeah, Crozier has been standing on her head all game long. Came out for a few minutes to calm down, needed a few minutes just to sit there and relax. Once he came back in here and recently, she's caused a lot. She's made a lot of great saves, which is a big thing, right?
Here's Little to MacGyver. That one goes wide of the net. Little trying to take it to the cage. MacGyver went for the Michigan. That probably would have dethroned Jackson Frazier's between the legs goal for the best one of the tournament. And actually, if you have TikTok, you can go have a look at that one on Atlantic Sports Highlights. That's quite the TikTok page, highlighting some of the best sporting abilities here in Atlantic Canada. There's a lot of great athletes. They highlight every sport from basketball, soccer, volleyball, hockey.
Well, they do every age too. I've seen them do it before. They do it all ages. Like, I was on their page today, actually just scrolling through just for something to be at, and I was seeing like they have like high school games, these basketball, volleyball. They have everything that could be known.
Pass across there to Cameron. He takes a shot and then it goes to Williams. Williams shoots, and that one easily gloved down and goal by Connor Aylward. Oh, sorry, wrong netminder.
Yeah,
he's on the other end of the ice. That's Peyton Crozier with the stop.
Peyton Crozier's been having a wicked game here. She's been having a tough time in the crease, but she stepped up big time for her team when they needed her. Even though it's 12-0 game, she got to keep her head up. She made a lot of great saves.
Yeah, she's really had another great game. Same with Duguay and net.
Yeah, she did wicked as well. She did her, well, all that you can ask out of people these days to do their best. So, I think they gave 120% all game long.
And you know what? Let's give credit to Connor Aylward as well.
Yeah.
7 shots, easy for a goalie to get cold when you're not having as many shots on net, but he's definitely had a great game. And every time the Matrix, as I mentioned earlier, have gotten the zone, they've always got a shot on net.
Yeah, so they're a hard team to beat, but the Crushers are a hard team to beat, but there's some teams that are able to do it.
There's shot number 42 for the Crushers. My goodness, they have really been lighting it up on the offensive side.
But yeah, in yesterday's game, Peyton Crozier ended up having a really good save percentage. I can't remember the exact number, but I remember seeing a really, really good save percentage. One of the best save percentages I've seen in a while. It was a... 1 second.
All right, so while Andrew tries to dig out the stats, Cameron is trying to take it to the net. He's trying to dig out a goal here. McDonald still trying to power through.
It was a .895 save percentage, which is really good for this age group.
Yes, especially minor hockey as well. A lot of NHL net minors don't even have that. That one ripped on net. That one saved by Aylward.
Aylward, yes. He's been solid all game long, hasn't been bet yet.
And now McMurray gets it out to the zone. Here is the Matrix trying to get it up ice. Pass across to Delaney. Delaney sending it ahead to McMurray. And now it's McEwen. McEwen shoots. Rebound freed in front of the net. They try to jam it in, but they couldn't find the back of the net. And it's still 12-0 with 5:12 remaining in the third period.
Yeah, it's been a solid game on both ends here. They definitely, if I was on the Matrix bench right now, I wouldn't have my head down. They've been playing good all game. They just ran into a team that got their number somehow. So they've just been playing solid all game long.
Little with the backhand off the boards. John McEachran is chasing that one down the ice. Little giving it in to McEachran. McEachran out to the blue line. Williams waiting for it at the other side. A fake pass over to Williams. Williams moving in and shooting. That one tipped in front by MacGyver. Back out to the blue line. It's Hines with it. Lost that one on the boards. It's Goodwin who takes it ahead. Mason Goodwin bringing it in on the net. Goodwin trying to drive it. He takes a shot. That one blocked by Little. Just tried to shovel it out in front of the net, and he just couldn't get there. Here comes MacGyver. MacGyver gets it out in front. That one ripped on net. The rebound there for MacGyver. He couldn't find the back of the net, but it goes to Little for a second chance. That one redirected away by Crozier.
It's been a solid game by both teams here. Both teams have been trying their best, which is all you can ask for them in this game. Goal there by the Crushers. I don't know who it was.
McEachran, his second goal of the game. Parked out in front of the net in the sweet spot. Gretzky's office, they call that little area. And it's 13-0 for the Crushers.
Been a solid game by both teams here. Both trying their best, which is all you can ask at them. It hasn't been as chippy as I thought it was going to be early. I was thinking it was going to be a bloodbath out there, but luckily there's not too many penalties in this game.
And it's good to keep your cool. It shows the sportsmanship of both of these teams.
Yeah.
Lots of classes, especially coming out of PEI in Nova Scotia. You know, lots of classy players come out of those regions. Sidney Crosby, class act. Nathan McKinnon, class act.
Brad
Noah
Marchand.
Dobson
Brad
is a class act.
Brad Marchand.
Brad
I don't know about
Marchand.
that one, though.
He has a place in Newfoundland. He comes up here hunting and fishing during the summertime. And me as a Leafs fan, not the biggest fan of Brad Marchand on the ice, but off the ice, I hear he is a pretty nice guy. So That's good to see. And you know what? Sometimes it's good to be a bad guy on the ice. But it's always important to keep your head high and don't let your head get too big about yourself when you're in the NHL. And I hear Brad Marchand is pretty good at that, so that's respectable.
Brad Marchand is a player I wouldn't want to play against, but everybody wants on their team in the NHL.
Oh, absolutely. I'd love for him to be on the Leafs.
Oh, I bet you would, and I'd love for him to be on my Devils too, so.
Now, are you a Devils fan before Newfoundlander Dawson Mercer got drafted?
I actually became a Devils fan when Hughes got drafted there. I just like the Devils because of their young core.
And there's another goal. Don't mean to interrupt you there, Andrew, but it's Gavin McCallum with a post-and-in snipe, and it's 14-0 for the Crushers. Anyway, what were you saying about the Devils?
Yeah, I became a fan of them when I saw they had a really young team in the future. I was thinking, you know what, this would be a good team to be around, because if they win the Cup, which is looking like they can do this year, then I could say, hey, I've been around them since Jack Hughes got drafted.
That's a smart strategy, actually. Before they get their success, you cheer for them. I like that. That's a good idea. I've been with the Leafs now since I was born, basically. And, you know, through the thick and the thin, you got to stick with your team, and that's respectable. Devils have had a few rough years now, but they made up for it this year with the solid team they have. Puck being dug away for there in front of the net, but Peyton Crozier manages to hang on with 1:39 remaining in a 14-0 game. Shots on goal are 45-10 in favor of the Crushers.
Solid game by both teams here. It's sad, but this is the last U13 AAA game for all of the Matrix. They're all moving up to the next level.
Well, all second year, so pretty experienced team, and actually that means that every single player on the Matrix team pretty much played in this tournament last year, so they've got lots of experience.
Yes.
And they've had quite the game in this one.
Scoreline,
it's a shame the scoreline really doesn't tell the tale of this game.
No, it does not at all. There's sometimes where the score does not tell the tale of the entire game. They had a rough first period, but after that they've been in it pretty much the entire time, which is really good for them. I'm really happy. They had a rough time, but you know what? Every once in a while you're going to have a tough game.
And I mean, the Crushers are a first period team, 13 goals, 3 games in the first period. That's crazy. Like, that is just unbelievable numbers from them. They almost have more goals than all the teams in the first period than all the teams have in all of the games. So all 3 periods, which is unbelievable. This team is just, I mean, it's just one of the best teams I've ever seen play in all my years of watching Colin playing hockey. It's just unbelievable.
I was looking at our stats earlier. The Eastern Hitmen only have 10 goals in total, but that was in 2 games. And they've scored 13 in the first period, which is pretty impressive.
Unbelievable stuff from them. Williams taking it to the net. Maybe they got the next Crosby on this team. Oh, that hit the crossbar. Made a weird sound there. That was quite the hard shot. If it was in the NHL, we'd probably hear the buzzer go for that one.
Yeah. What a season for the Matrix. Great season. Hold your head high, Matrix fans. The future is coming up now. So,
with that, the Matrix, I don't mean to interrupt you again, Andrew, but with that loss, the Matrix are eliminated from gold medal contention. But hey, round of applause for them. What a tournament they had. They've had some rough games, losing 14-0, 9-1, 4-2. But in every single one of those games, they did not give up. They did not complain, not one time, and that really shows the character of that team out of PEI.
I've been seeing them every game, too. Go over to the coaching staff and go to the other team's coaching staff, go to their bench and shake their hand, which shows if you're from PEI, you got to be honored to have this team as the team that comes and to Newfoundland and bees with you guys. Round of applause here from everybody, which is great to see.
And they show a great representation of of PEI as well, which must make the people back home very proud of them. The Crushers have booked their ticket to the gold medal game with that win, a huge win from them. They are quite the team. They come ready to play every game, and we'll send it down to rink announcer Simon Shanahan.
Player of the game, Nathan Goodwin, I think it was,
Yep.
number 14.
Mason Goodwin, he had a really good game out there tonight. And it's number 18, Lawrence Williams, who had a bunch of assists. I lost count of it after the third one in this game, so he had an unbelievable game. Mason Goodwin had an unbelievable game, and both of these teams played really well. What a game, folks. We'll be back in action right here at 7 o'clock for the All-Newfoundland battle between the Hitmen and the Knights, and a class act there from the Crushers captain, Ewan Sim, went over and high-fived all the Matrix players. I mean, that's just a great show of sportsmanship from him. All right, folks, that's all from me and Andrew Kavanagh. Andrew, so happy to have you with us. So we'll be back right here for Hitmen versus Knights at 7 o'clock.
Thank you for having me. See you guys later. Thank you for having me.
Oh my God, you said you came at the right time. Yeah, that's what I want to do now. So you want